We are back. Messing with my microphone settings a little bit. I don't know that I'm actually getting picked up yet. I see mic. I see settings moving. Glenville, you can hear me. Excellent. All right, good. I was a little panicked for a second. My audio was like freaking out. But yes, welcome to Spiritforged. Riftbound here at Impact Gaming Center. We're here in round one. Got Caleb playing some Azir. I don't know why I would say Azir. I play League of Legends. Azir. Quentin playing some Ahri. And we're already getting into the action here. Looks like Quentin did some classic Origins gameplay with a turn 1 Ravenbloom student. Caleb followed up with a Sand Soldier with some gear. And then Quentin moved in to take the first point. Close this, run this. Scrippy's being all weird. I'm going to have to figure that out. Give me 1 second, everybody. Sorry, everybody, if you're with us, I'm just trying to get our scoreboard working for whatever reason. It was working right before I started stream, and now, of course, that I've started stream, it has stopped working. Says I can disconnect. See if this works now. Okay. We're wireless. We've got a score on the board. 2-2-1. Quentin should be at 1, so we're good there. All right, we should be working now. All right, after a little technical difficulties and some delays, we are back. Had to get the scoreboard working, but it does seem to be working now. And then Caleb pointed out he forgot his tokens, and he's playing in his Azir deck. So I ran over to my personal collection and pulled out some tokens for him. So we are ready to go for real this time. Looks like Caleb moved in, took the second point, and ties us up 1-1. I believe that is Orange Forge, which when you control it, the first gear you play costs 1 less. No minimum on that. Important to note. So it does let you play 1 cost equipments for free. But yeah, tonight we're going to be seeing if we can get a variety of games, different champs. We have quite a few people here playing Azir tonight. No Dravens, which is a little surprising. But we got some folks playing Fiora, Aurelia, Azir, Jax, Rumble, Rek'Sai. So Ezreal, we've got a lot of the new legends represented. We got a few people playing some old school stuff. Got my boy Quentin, as always, on Ahri. Me and Quentin are Ahri's ride or dies. I'm also still going to be playing Ahri this set. And Desi's playing some Set. And Reese is playing some Annie. So still got some old legend representation going tonight. So we'll try and get a variety of games. I won't force Origins legends on the stream, but we'll try to get a variety. So we may not always be sitting at the top table tonight, but that's all right. I'd rather get a variety of the new legends on cam. Here's Blitzcrank. Decided to loan Quentin some of my cards tonight. He doesn't have the overnumbered Ahri, not for lack of, because he can't. He's just not a huge fan of the art and the overnumbered Ahri, but I have the overnumbered Ahri and I have the new, I don't know what you want to call her, overnumbered Ahri champ, like the flower Ahri. You can see her there at the bottom of the battlefield. I did pull that out of my case. That was about the only really good hit I got out of my case. But I don't get to play, so I said, Quentin, you need to use my bling tonight because these girls deserve to see some screen time. Call of the week. Easy choice for Caleb, not so easy for Quentin. So it's either losing the more valuable Blitzcrank or losing the board presence and the point with the Ravenbloom student, because the Blitzcrank is going to hop back into hand here shortly. Brutalizer. Paying 1 for it because of Orange Forge. Probably going to back that up with a Sand Soldier. Looks like does immediately equip it. Azir, as you can see, if you're unfamiliar with the new legends, Azir effectively makes equipping free for all of his Sand Soldiers, which is extremely good. I did a little play testing earlier this week. Actually, this weekend with Lily, and she's playing Azir. So I got to play against Azir for 4 or 5 games. And this deck is just, it's crazy. It can be so explosive with the right opening hands if you manage to control Orange Forge. I mean, it can just really go crazy. You're talking like 8, 9 might units on turn 2. Quentin gets a couple Sand Soldiers of his own going, along with his champ Ahri. That card is so pretty, man. I was very excited to pull it. Caleb's going to hold and go to 3, keeping us tied up. So I'm pretty familiar with the Azir deck already. Go Birds, Johnny. You already up in Milwaukee, Johnny? Hope your trip was easy, if so. Everybody else in chat, Johnny's on our Magic team here at Impact. He's about to win himself a Pro Tour invite in the next few days. We get some more Sand Soldiers coming down. Move some equipment around. I haven't seen Aurelia played yet. I know she's also very, very strong from the little bit I've seen. But I have personally played against this Azir deck, and man, it is strong. Quinn going to get started here on his turn and see what he can do. Ahri Champ going to trigger on the way in. Nerf that Sand Soldier back down to 1. Quentin probably afraid of like a Discipline or something here, which it looks like Caleb is holding a Discipline. So that's why he sent the Sand Soldier along. We're going to see a Blitz. Going to see a Blitz. Get over here. Flips the hidden card. I think the name of that one is just like Guards or something. It's just like play a Sand Soldier. Oh, and maybe you can move an equipment when you do it. Gives it a draw or something. This Ahri Hook deck is very fun, very cool. A little less good into a token deck. The Hook is a lot less impactful when you're just knocking down one token at a time, as opposed to, a vulnerable Darius or a vulnerable Thousand Tail Watcher, or whatever the case may be. Variant 1. Hiding a card. Holds goes to 5. Quentin should also be at 5, right? Did he score on that Conquer? Yeah, I guess he did, because Caleb double conquered, and that would have pushed him up a point. So yeah, I think they're fine. Here come the soldiers, including the Azir, triggering, pulling all the Sand Soldiers with him. Quentin does have lots of options in terms of his runes, so he's got to do some math here to figure out where his Ahri triggers are going to go. It's going to hit the Champ Azir. So everything's at a -1 thanks to the Ahri legend. The Azir is at a -3. So most of the stuff here is at 1. So not as much might as makes the... I'm sorry, not as much might as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units makes it seem. So this is still winnable for Quentin, depending on what he has in hand. Caleb is sitting on a discipline of his own, as well as a... oh, shoot, I'm blanking. The new counter spell. There's the discipline. Does Quentin have a deny? Deny? Defy? That's a pretty good exchange for Quentin there. That can be game deciding. Quentin clears out all of that stuff, holds on to the point, even holds on to the Sand Soldier. Gonna go ahead and take the advantage, gain some tempo, get himself ahead on the points, which is where Ahri wants, well, where everybody wants to be, but especially where Ahri wants to be. Sona 2, yikes. Now Quentin just plays all the cards. Ravenbloom student. Yep, looks like that is a scoop from Caleb. Yeah, that showdown there at the Forge was pretty game deciding. Yeah, that's just a total wipeout. Azir definitely functions considerably off of momentum and tempo, and effectively getting Wrath of Godded is probably going to be GG that late in the game. But Azir, obviously a very new deck, new to Caleb. I don't know that Caleb's played it before. So Quentin had a bit of an advantage here just in terms of experience. I mean, Quentin's been playing Ahri for months. He's even been playtesting the new Hook Ahri, the Spiritforged Hook Ahri for several weeks. So still feeling it out a little bit, but still a good game. Excited to see how the sideboards kind of come out here and what game 2 is going to look like. Pull us back to the booth here real quick. Maybe. There we go. Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm not Reed. Sorry, Reed. Don't mean to take your brand. Reed. No, I am Art. There we go. So yeah, hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't been here before, I'm Art with Impact Gaming Center here in Fairview Heights, Illinois. 15 minutes from downtown St. Louis. One of the Midwest's biggest, maybe the biggest gaming centers. Joining us here for some Riftbound Nexus Nights. This is week 1 of Spiritforged, so meta is totally shaken up at this point. Everybody's playing new, well, not everybody, but most people playing new legends, new decks, new cards. So pretty exciting. Be interested to see all the different decks I can get on stream tonight. I'd love to. I'm hoping that round 2 I can get us a double new legend matchup. That would be cool because we've got a lot. Might be seeing some Jax, some Aurelia, some Fiora, some Rumble, some Rek'Sai, Ezreal. Got tons of options, so hopefully I can get a double new legend round 2. But for now, we got something old, something new in Ahri versus Azir. But yeah, join us at Impact Gaming Center. Like I said, every night we're doing stuff here, playing events. Pokemon, One Piece, Gundam, Riftbound, Magic, Card Fight. You name it, we play it. We also got miniature gamers going all the time. That's what you see behind Caleb's head there. I don't know what they're playing, but always something to do here, so come in and join us. Jump back over because it looks like they are already off to the races for game 2. Caleb obviously choosing to go first with Azir. And got a turn 1 Dorans with a turn 1 Sand Soldier. About the ideal opening you could hope for there. Do have another new battle field. Which one is that? Is that the Forge one? Forge of the something? Yeah, Forge of the Fluffed. Which is while you control this battlefield, friendly legends here get the activated tap ability, attach an equipment you control to a unit you control. Not bad. But not nearly as good as Orange Forge. Orange Forge is just insane. I don't think I mind that if I'm Quentin. Getting an Ahri out of, or I'm sorry, getting a charm out of Caleb's hand, losing a Sand Soldier. Pretty fine with that, I think. This is a tempo loss, but not a huge deal. But Azir is a deck that wants to stay ahead. So preventing Quentin from getting on the board this turn is pretty good. Going to get the Ahri to come down. Probably safe to say Quentin has some sort of trick or protection in case Caleb's sitting on another charm. But we'll see what happens. Caleb's sitting on some counter spells, some gear. Double counter spells, gear, and some Sand Soldier tokens in the making. So another equipped Sand Soldier coming down. Double checking what that one does. Which gear is that? That's the Eye of the Herald one, which I think that's the move and player recruit one. This one here. It's Eye of the Herald there under that one. Now we're going to have a counter spell off. And Quentin says, okay. Quentin following that up with a Feral Strength, which is just a repeatable discipline, basically. I mean, you don't draw the card, but it's +2. So lets him win that exchange, hold on to his Ahri. That is key. I mean, Quentin cannot lose this Ahri. That would be a substantial hit if Quentin loses this Ahri at any point. But Eye of the Herald triggers, plays the recruit. Quentin's going to go ahead and use the opportunity while he has, while he has priority to play the Find Your Center. Because after this showdown, he may not have the chance to do it again. Is he thinking about playing the Discipline just... Oh, no, okay. He plays the oh, what's the name of that card? I'm still learning the name of all the cards, but it's the one that plays the Sand Soldier. Emperor's Call or something. Desert's Call. That's it. Desert's Call. It's got repeat. It's got repeat for 3, I believe, but otherwise it's just a 2 cost to play a Sand Soldier. Chooses not to repeat it. Hello there, Watcher. Boy, this could be another just absolute game-breaking showdown here. If Caleb cannot salvage this, he is in serious trouble. He could discipline to draw a card, but even with a discipline on one of these units, he's still losing them all. Yeah, he says, yeah. I mean, I have to. Huh. Don't think he drew what he wanted, and he did not draw what he wanted. Yeah, crush. Yeah, another brutal exchange there. Definitely got to be careful with not just Azir, but I mean, any deck has to remember to be very careful about overextending into any blue deck because you're just going to walk into a 1,000 Tail Watcher like 3 for 1, 4 for 1. Hidden Blade's not bad. Quentin is tapped out, so he can't save whatever's about to get Hidden Bladed, but you are going to be handing Quentin more card advantage. And Hidden Blade may not even be the call here because even if you open up one of these battlefields, you're handing Quentin 2 cards and you don't have any units to follow up with to take the battlefield. So, yeah, I mean, he's shaking his head because it's not... Hidden Blade seems fine here. I would probably do it. I would probably Hidden Blade the Ahri while you have the chance, but it doesn't feel good. And I don't even really know that it's the right play. What's the other card he's sitting on there? That is... Well, if Piltover Archive would like to do its job, that'd be cool. That is that cards? No. Is it? I can't see. It might be the one that plays a Sand Soldier token and you can pay a power to ready it. I think that is what it is. Yeah, guards. It's also hidden. Not that he would want to hide it here. So I guess what he's deciding is, do I Hidden Blade one of these, probably the Ahri, and then play guards with the additional power cost to ready it and move in? Obviously, that one Sand Soldier can get pretty strong because it will immediately have Dorans and everything else. But instead, he opts to play the Azir. He's 1 rune short of being able to do anything. Yeah, he is going to Hidden Blade. Yep. Hidden Blade's the Ahri. Not great for Quentin. Sucks to lose the Ahri, but drawing 2 cards when Caleb is sitting on 1. Quentin's sitting on like 4 or 5 cards in hand. Oh, more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. He's about to go to 7. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, move it in for sure. Q's going to channel back up to 8 runes. Let's see what he can do with it. He needs to score and go to 4 on the hold. Oh. The blitz. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean that is probably all but game. See if Quentin remembers his hold point. If not, I'll remind him. Eager, whatever his name is, apprentice. Q. Score. So Caleb's got some gear, but it draws another hidden blade. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. But again, he's in a situation where he's just handing Quentin more and more cards. You're basically just giving him another Thousand Tail Watcher, a Time Warp, who knows what with all this card draw. So, I mean, he's going to equip this Sand Soldier up and presumably probably Hidden Blade the Thousand Tail Watcher and then go run over the Blitzcrank. It's even assuming he has the might because it's Eye of the Herald. Yeah, no, he doesn't even have the might to run over the Blitzcrank, so he can't even do that. But he will move up, get a recruit. Not bad, but I mean, I think you have at this point you almost have to get rid of the Blitzcrank because otherwise the Blitzcrank's just going to come right back down. Well, yeah, because otherwise the Blitzcrank he either Hidden Blades the Thousand Tail or the Blitzcrank. You Thousand Tail the Thousand Tail Watcher, the Apprentice moves in, you get Blitzcranked again, or you Hidden Blade the Blitzcrank, and then you still have to deal with a 7 might Thousand Tail Watcher just sitting there, waiting to get like retreated back to hand, or Lord only knows. Yeah, he's gonna hold on to the Hidden Blade. Probably a good idea because it didn't have a great line there on either unit. And you don't want to give Quentin more options at the beginning of his turn. Quentin's still sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 cards in hand. Yikes. So there's something really funny about Eager Apprentice just like running into those 2 units. One, two, three. Gonna get some thwonks. We're gonna get the other one. So +4 to the Apprentice. So suddenly that Apprentice is very large. Gotta Hidden Blade it. Hidden Blading that Apprentice does not feel great. Just give him more and more cards. Yeah. Does Quentin have Counterspell backup? If he has Counterspell, this game is real over. But looks like he didn't. So or he did and he opts to draw the 2 cards. I mean, that would be perfectly valid too, because now we're going to get a Blitz to come down probably. Just yank that Sand Soldier over and here it comes. Oh no, chooses not to. Chooses to do the Sand's Call or whatever to get a couple more units down. Interesting not blitzing there. Because if you can keep Caleb on low unit count, you're in really good shape. Pulls the Death Grip. That's it. I was trying to remember the name of the spell, Death Grip. Moves back to get another recruit. A Death Grip in hand is real dead though. That is doing nothing for the board state. I almost wonder if Caleb really needed to Hidden Blade one of his own units there. He is just gassed out, like drawn off the top. I don't really know the Azir deck well enough to know what outs he has at this point, but there cannot be many. Yep. Blitz pulls the recruit. I might have pulled the Sand Soldier, to be honest. Because the recruit doesn't have Weapon Master. The Sand Soldier does. So he's going to kill the Sand Soldier, draw a card, draws a, I think, Doran's Blade. Yep. Gets hooked, gets killed. Gear comes back to base. Pile him in. Now, does Q have like an Ahri or something? Or not an Ahri, I'm sorry, a Sona or something, because that would be particularly gross. Find your center. Well, I spoke it into existence. There's Sona. Now we're going into Caleb's turn where he has to clear both of these points or lose. Yeah. Had a couple good gear in hand. He could almost have started rebuilding there with those gears and some Sand Soldiers, but Quentin just had too much going on the board. Mike just stuck his head in the door. Gave me a little birthday present there. It's not my birthday at all, but he did say we're getting Taco Bell, and that's very exciting. Ask not for who the Baja blasts, ladies and gentlemen. It blasts for thee. All right. So that was round one. Quentin takes it 2-0. I did not expect that to go that well. Quentin did have some, I mean, there was a showdown in the first game and a showdown in the second game that basically determined the trajectory of both games completely. So they looked really dominant, but they pretty much entirely came down to one specific showdown in each game. And Quentin managed to take both those showdowns. And once Azir loses all of his momentum, it's really hard to come back because the deck doesn't have a lot of card draw. It doesn't have a lot of like resilience. So if you can clear out his initial push of, it's very much like an aggro deck. Like if you can clear out his initial board and make some really efficient exchanges, Azir has a really hard time coming back, I think. But Caleb's still new to playing the deck too. So like, it's a brand new deck. Quentin's been playing this deck for 4 months. So, but thank you to both of our players. GG's to those guys. Congrats to Quentin for taking round one and moving into the winner's bracket for the following rounds. How much time we got? Let me see. I actually have my timer in my booth now. Only took an entire expansion to do that. Looks like we got 19 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. So plenty of time before round two. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, I'm Art with Impact Gaming Center here in Fairview Heights, Illinois, just 20 minutes from downtown. If you're ever in the Midwest area, come in, check us out. We've got a massive store, 21,000 square feet, filled with every card game and miniature game and, well, I don't want to say every board game because that would be ridiculous, but most of the biggest and kind of upcoming board games kind of in the board game space. So come check us out. We'd love to see you. Come play an event one night if you can. We play pretty much every card game and miniature war game that exists. We play them at some point during the week, if not multiple times a week, especially 40K, Blood Bowl, and others. So we'd love to see you. And if you're not from the area, check us out at impactgamingcenter.gg. That's impactgamingcenter.gg. You can shop our full store inventory online. We have prices that are just as competitive, if not better, than Amazon, Miniature Market, TCG Player, all of those. So support the little guy or the medium guy in our case. But we'd appreciate your business. And if you like the Riftbound coverage, you like the content we bring you, or if you like watching Pokemon or Magic the Gathering, we stream those as well. Pokemon on Tuesdays, Magic on Fridays. If you like seeing any of that stuff, you like seeing live TCG paper play, throw us a follow. It makes a big difference. lets us know that we should keep doing this, that people like seeing the content. So toss us a follow if you'd be so kind. We would certainly appreciate it. But otherwise, like I said, I've been Art with Impact Gaming Center. Thank you for joining us for round 1 of the first week of sanctioned Spiritforged play for Riftbound. We've got about 15 minutes left on the clock, so there'll be about 15 minutes of downtime while we get ready for round 2, but I will be back with you then. So whether I see you in the next round or I see you in the next video, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Take it easy, stay safe, wash your hands, and don't forget to make an impact. Peace.